Stop trying to make your boring conversations flirty. Underneath all the boring conversation, your spiritual energy is going to attract her. The best part of this is she's not even going to know why she is attracted to her. And honestly, this is the best type of relationship. I realized this when COVID hit and lockdown happened, and I was not allowed to game anyone. And then I had to stay with myself. We all know that we are our own worst enemy. So I developed anxiety and panic attacks. In order to heal these kinds of mental health issues, I decided to turn inwards. I decided to study about spirituality, about meditation, and that is when I realized that this entire universe is spiritual. Even though you perceive this entire physical universe through your five senses and you think it is very solid, very material universe, it is not. It is completely spiritual. So, if you know how to use your spiritual energy in the right manner, you can create anything in your personal world. This is also the reason why yogis have been calling your physical reality as Maya. Maya means illusion, a magical lie, because whenever they upgraded their own state of consciousness through spiritual practices, their physical reality, their physical circumstances magically changed. So you do not have to go out into the world and compete with other men and learn about flirting techniques, learn about PUA techniques, learn about openers, negs, DHV stories, study 1,000 different pickup artists in order to get a girl. You simply have to raise your state of consciousness through spiritual practice. You simply have to understand that this universe is spiritual and your spiritual energy is going to make you a magnet for all the wonderful circumstances that you want in your life. Right now, if you're facing tragic circumstances in your life, I am 100% sure that if you just close your eyes and sit down still for at least 10 minutes, you are going to see that your mind is going to keep coming up with negative mental imagery and negative feelings that are trapped within your body, within your subconscious mind. This means your spiritual energy is toxic. If you make your spiritual energy wonderful through meditative practice, then suddenly you will become a magnet for all the wonderful circumstances, for all the girls. Now you do not have to go out into the world and get dirty in order to get girls. So stop trying to focus on conversation. They do not matter. Stop trying to focus on outer game. It doesn't matter. That's like you are trying to force a plant into giving off a flower. That doesn't work. But if you simply nourish the plant with enough nutrition, water, sunlight, the plant is going to exude a flower by itself. Similarly, if you just focus on your inner game, if you just focus on the self image that you have about yourself, if you just focus on the self concept that is present in your subconscious mind, your outer game will be a natural manifestation of that. You will be compelled to speak the right kinds of words. You will be compelled to exhibit the right kind of behavior and body language. Not only that, the girl that you want will be compelled to come towards you, to notice you, to compliment you, to touch you, to want to be with you. So focus on the subconscious programming that is present in your system. The way to write a new program in your subconscious mind, the way to change the quality of your spiritual energy is through a 3 simple step meditation process. The first step is Yoga Nidra. Dr. Andrew Huberman calls Yoga Nidra as non-sleep deep rest protocol. When you do Yoga Nidra, you are just guiding your attention through your body parts one by one until you achieve a state of relaxation or a sense of sleepiness. This is when your breathing rate starts to slow down. When your breathing rate starts to slow down, your brain waves start to slow down as well. Right now, your brain waves are beta brain waves. But if you manage to make your brain waves into coherent alpha brain waves and theta brain waves, now your brain is going to think in pictures. And these pictures, this visualization is going to get right into your subconscious mind. So through Yoga Nidra, you have to get into a very receptive attitude of mind. And after you do Yoga Nidra, what you're going to do is start to create an imaginal act in your mind where you are already a very powerful, a very attractive man, and you have all the girls that you desire in your life. So start to visualize that maybe you're walking up to a mirror and you see the most powerful, most attractive version of yourself. How are you going to feel? Start to visualize that you're walking up to a girl, or girls are walking up to you and they're just complimenting you. Oh my God, you're so amazing. I want to be with you. Start to touch their hair, start to kiss them, start to smell their perfume, start to go out on dates with them on a beach or a mountain where you can vividly imagine a wonderful scenario in your mind's eye. Start to drink coffee with them, start to maybe drink a sip of wine with them so that you can vividly imagine that you're smelling coffee. Because the more sensory vividness you provide to this imaginal act, your brain will start to think that this imagination is actually happening to you in real time. So this imagination, this imaginal act needs to signify to your brain that you are now an amazing person, upgraded version of yourself, and you now have all the girls that you desire. Now, here's the tricky part. You have to be able to hold your attention on this imaginal act and mentally rehearse them over and over again. Why? Because through enough mental rehearsal, you're going to derive feelings from this imaginal act. You're going to feel elevated feelings of joy or thrill or gratitude because in your imagination, all the wonderful things are happening to you. But this is difficult because right now your attention is very undisciplined. It likes to go from one past event to another future worst case scenario of your life. It likes to jump from one negative event to another irrelevant scene. But if you manage to discipline your attention and hold it on this imaginal act and mentally rehearse them over and over again, now you're going to trick your brain into thinking that this imagination is happening to you in real time, and feelings in your body is going to trick your body into believing that all this imaginal act is happening to your body as well. Now your brain and your body is primed for a new destiny. You're now going to be led into one event after another, and suddenly all of your visualization will actually materialize into this three-dimensional world in the most unexpected manner. Neville Goddard said, feeling is the secret. So, unless you feel the feelings of this imagination act, this imagination is not going to materialize into your three-dimensional world. But through enough mental rehearsal, everything that you have visualized will actually come to life. So you do not need to try to turn your boring conversation into flirty ones. That's pointless. That's irrelevant. Just focus on your self-concept. Just focus on wonderful visualization. Just focus on being able to hold these elevated emotions for a long period of time. Because the more you can sustain these elevated emotions, the faster all of this visualization will happen in your life. The best part is, if you're already feeling joyful, if you're already feeling grateful, you're not even going to look for that experience to happen in your three-dimensional world. But still it is going to happen. This is the law. It's a spiritual law. But here's the warning. I want you to do this exercise for at least 30 days. Because right now your attention faculty is not properly trained. Your imaginal faculty is not properly trained. Your capacity to hold these elevated emotions for a long period of time is not properly trained. A normal human being feels negative emotions for the majority portion of his day. A normal human being cannot visualize properly. A normal human being has shit attention span. So train these faculties of your brain and your body, and you will become that powerful, that attractive version of yourself. And all of the visualization that you have done, where girls are just throwing themselves at you, will actually materialize into your three-dimensional world. So this is how you actually get the girl without trying to focus on conversation, because conversations do not matter. Your spiritual energy does everything for you. Now, if you want one-on-one personalized coaching from me, where I will hold your hand to success and help you build a true, solid spiritual confidence and solid inner game, then message me on my Gmail or my WhatsApp, which are linked in the description box down below and the pinned comment section down below. Subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.